Hi, welcome to my live stream. My name is Marie Chinde, and as you recently know, I recently got matched in a family residency program here in New York. So I'll just introduce myself and how I started. So initially, I'm from the Philippines. I had my medical degree in the Philippines. It's a rural community in Pangasinan. My school is in Pangasinan. I decided to pursue a USMLE and aim for the residency in the US because my life has always been here in America. It's always been a dream of me. My husband is here. My family is here. Yun talaga yung pinili ko from the start. I originally planned to do my um, internship muna sa Pilipinas. Pero when I graduated in 2020, we have a COVID, as we all know. So after that, I have to make a decision to come back in the middle of COVID. So hindi na ako nakapag-internship and I have to work to pay the bills. I had a kid, I had a family. So I really cannot go back at that point in time. That's the reason why I just pursue um, what I wanted to do here coming. So preparing for the USMLE, you have to understand that I think everybody who wanted to pursue residency in United States have to pass these three exams, rigorous exam, right? Step one, step two, step three, including the OAT for people who doesn't have Philippine license in order to practice as a doctor in here, right? So the importance of USMLE is that I guess it tests your knowledge if you are safe to handle patients and you take the same exam as the US medical graduates. So study strategy. On my step one attempt, I had a one step one attempt. On my first step one attempt, I used BNB USMLE first aid, some Anki. Oh no, I didn't use Anki on my first attempt, and I used UWorld plus Pathoma. Those four on my first attempt didn't work out for me because, of course, I didn't pass. Pero on my second attempt, I used partly, of course, UWorld. I used Amboss this time. I finished the Amboss questions. I also had a study group. I met a very nice study group. We formed a study group, and I also use coach or drills. I'll discuss that in a separate video. Like somebody's drilling me, so you found this group of not probably students, group of people who have the same goal as you to get into match into residency. So it's really good. We formed this Skype group. We study together. We just have one rule. We are supposed to study with camera on. So that's the study material and resources that I use. And also for step one and step two, I started using Anki. Anki is a very good resource kasi it helps you remember some of those memories na hindi mo talaga siya ma-memorize. So it helps with that. Space repetition, time management, and study schedule. So for my step one, right after my attempt, I have to do a separate, I have to do a separate or different strategy. So ang ginawa ko noon is that for my time management on my second attempt, I have to change the Q bank, and I didn't use UWorld on my step one attempt. Na on my second attempt on step one, I used Ambo specifically, and I never used first aid. Talagang binili ko lang siya, pero I never use it or open it. Mildly minimal highlight. And then I use usually the Ambo's library bank and plus the drills. I also study doing questions with one of the study partners that I have. We are multiple. I think we started group of six, and now we are group of 35 in Skype. I also joined some Discord group as a silent library, but mostly on the Skype with the people that I know, mostly IMG then from different country, pero mostly from Philippines. I'm the only one preparing at that time in my school. So mostly mga kasama ko are from FEU, Ateneo, UARM. Some are from Brazil, some are from Antigua. So it's a really mixed community in the Skype. But one thing is in common, hindi lang kami nag-aaral while we are on Skype. We we talk with each other, like we know each other's husband's name, their dog name. So it's important na meron ka ding outside um, outside thing to do besides studying for USMLE, maski online lang yung mga friends mo. So, challenges faced while studying and how did I overcame them? Probably the challenges is I work full time studying for all these steps. I also have a baby. I have two children. I have a toddler and I have a 10-year-old. I started my preparation for my second attempt for my step one when my baby is still young, probably around 8 months old. So it's really hard, but it's manageable. Some might argue na paano mo nagawa yun. I think the number one answer to that is time management. That you really have to schedule everything. You have to schedule um, kailangan mong schedule if kailan ka mag-aaral kapag tulog ang bata. That's the answer to it. So, pag tulog ang bata, then you study. And kailan ka mag-aaral pag wala ka sa trabaho. So, any of those times, you have to study. Pero, you also have to take time to take care of yourself. So, every Sunday, I don't study. So, from Monday to Sunday, my one day off is a Sunday, and I work on Saturday, Sunday full time plus a Friday at that time. And then I start studying una sa bahay, but then I realized that I am more focused in the library. I started going more in the library. I started to get the habits of studying in the library. So that's how I overcome some of the may mga panahon na tinatamad ka and that's okay. You give yourself some time na mag-relax ba, especially if you get burned out. But that's the reason why you have friends. Kasi yung friends mo online, they know how you feel. They know how difficult it is to prepare for this exam. So it's important na meron kang friends na you um, kailangan mong i-prime ang study table mo or kaya do the managing of your time by going to the library if kailangan mo talaga mag-focus. So that's how I overcome it. So taking the exam. For the step one, like I told you, I use the resources of Ambos Library, and I have my drills. I have the Skype group for the study group. Ask some questions, do some questions with friends, and we also have Discord. Discord is more of a silent library. There's a USMLE community there, and there's specific study me for PH grad, also preparing for any other exams. So, kapag walang tao sa Skype, pupunta ako sa Discord. Pag walang tao sa Discord, I go to another study group at least just to feel na may kasama akong nag-aaral regardless mo kung ano pinag-aaralan nila. For step 2 CK, it's the same thing, but step 2 CK, I guess I'm more relaxed at that time kasi I already knew what's coming. So, hindi na ako masyado nagpupunta sa library. I studied more here in my study table here at home. Mas maayos na yung kaya ko nang mag-aral maski nagpapatulog ng bata. I do my questions in my phone while putting my child to sleep. I do my test questions even I'm in the couch with my husband while my husband is watching TV. It seems like you really have to process some information maski may distraction sa surrounding mo. I think that's really important especially um, for a full-time mom like me with a full-time job because I work full-time as well. So it's really hard na para kang talagang focus ka dapat. Mahirap siya but it's possible. That's for the step 2. For step 1, talagang basic. The way single people does it, talagang library, ganyan. So, kailangan library lang. But for step 2, I was able to do so na maski I have a distraction on the side, my children is climbing on me, I'm cooking, I still was able to manage it. Challenges. Probably the challenges is stamina the stamina. That's the challenges in taking the exam. The stamina and coffee is my friend. In morning coffee is my friend. If nag-acidic na yung tiyan ko, I usually use cold coffee. Yung Starbucks ng cold coffee or tea or matcha. In hydration, that's the most important thing. I try to not to eat a lot kasi nakakatulog ako kapag I eat a lot. So parang I really need to do something. So clinical experience in the US. For clinical experience, did I do my USCE? I did. I did. I followed one family care family physician in New York, a person where I live it. Filipino din siya. His name is Dr. David. He's also my mentor. He's the one that helped me how the medicine works, family medicine works in United States, the system, studying the EMR software. I taught a lot. I followed him in the office. I see patients with his supervision, and then I was given the chance to do important things with him. With his guidance, I was able to know the intricacies of the profession here in United States. So it's important na meron kayong ifo-follow or meron kayong tinatawag na US clinical experience. For me, I did it. I started on uh, I think that was 2021 after my first failed attempt for my step 1. I followed him, and then I still follow him here and there. Pero when I started preparing for my step 2 dedicatedly, I only come there twice, 3 times a week. Pero before, I do come every day from Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday, not the Friday kasi not that. And when I started preparing for step 2, I only come there once or twice a week. And then even now, magpupunta pa rin ako doon, nag-volunteer even after the match. So I did it for a couple of years. Needed kasi 'di ba, you wanted to be intact sa algorithm. You just wanted to know the updates para lang hindi mawala sa memory mo. On top of and working full time and being a mom. Being a mom, being a wife. So all those responsibilities you really have to juggle out of it. Let me see. Let's see, learning, adapting, networking. I think it's important na you really have your mentor, your peers on the side, the professionals that you work into. I work already in a hospital. I came here, I'm working here as a nurse. I initially started working as a nurse in Albany Medical Center, and they're the one who gave me my visa. So I met some former residents there na attending na, and then they know how my work ethics is, and that's how I acquire their letter of recommendation because they already knew how I work. So the importance of networking. Second is mentor. If you really know what you want, then I would suggest find a mentor with the same values as you. The mentor that really supported me all the way, that really believed in me, even if I don't believe in myself, is Dr. David. I cannot thank him for what he did, for everything that he did to me. Kasi my confidence was boosted even if at that time, ako mismo, hindi ako nagtitiwala sa sarili ko at that time. Andun siya. Peers. The importance of peers is that you know, you know what to do. Bakit? Kasi pareho kayo ng gusto eh. So, you have the same goals. So, people who are naysayers, pag may group of peers ka with the same goal, mas stronger kayo kasi hindi kayo yung moral ba boosted. So every time na, my God, yung score ko sa sa QBank, bakit mababa? Yung score sa ganyan mababa, and then you have each other's back to cheer you up. Kasi nobody would understand what you're going through except for the people na um, doing the same thing as you do. So that's for the clinical experience and for the preparing for the exam, yes, Emily. How about for applying for residency? So for residency application, I have to be ECFMG certified, right? Right after finishing the step 1 and step 2. ECFG certification, I think I chose the pathway 6, if I'm not mistaken, pathway 6 kasi I finished my medical school in Philippines, but I don't have any license to practice in Philippines. So I have to do a clinical experience here in United States to um, to provide some information na I'm capable of doing all the OSCE. So I did it with 3 doctors, 2 here in my area and 1 in New York City. Um, all of them, I did some physical exam with their permission and with the permission of the patient. That's why I got ECEP News certified. After I got that, I also passed my OET exam. The OET exam, it's just easy. I did not study, to be honest, full of it. Kasi I already took the IELTS coming to United States as a nurse. So for me, OET is much easier for me to say. I only studied, I think, that day, that day that I sit for the exam. My exam started at 11, so I studied from 8 a.m. to 9, and then 9 to 9:30 yung remaining speaking. And then I traveled to the testing center, and then that same day I took the test. Let me see. ERAS application. ERAS application is kind of tricky. You just have to tailor it the way you wanted it to be. You just have to tailor it the way you wanted to present yourself, or sino ka preparing for this match. So it includes your personal statement. Yung personal statement ko, I made it in a way na bakit ko nga ba gustong maging doktor. So I discuss in my personal statement how as family physician, isa yung doktor namin growing up, mama ko, ako, yung grandmother ko in Mangaldan, and then how I was diagnosed with the disease, and then it's the same physician who followed me in the hospital nung maliit pa ako. So you really have to, pag sinabing personal statement, talagang yung galing talaga sa puso mo. Alam mo yun? But some are really probably crafty, but I don't know if I'm crafty enough. I just speak whatever is based from my what I have as an experience. Diba? CV, I guess everybody knows how to make CV. Tailored it in a way na for me, my probably the strongest in my CV is my work experience. I've been working as a nurse for, my God, 16 years. So that's probably one of my strongest. I'm a little bit weak on research, but it didn't matter because I still got matched at that time. Second, for applying for residencies, letter of recommendation. You should already know who to tap when doing your letter of recommendation. So for me, I've already been following Dr. David. So he already gave me a letter of recommendation. That's my mentor too. Second is that I tap my professors who gave me my grades during medical school. So professors are important too. And next is that yung mga nakatrabaho ko na resident before na attending na ngayon, they saw how I work. So I also asked for their letter of recommendation kasi letter of recommendation wouldn't only come from research, wouldn't only come from from people. They need to know how are you working, because everybody who applied for this residency spot is, we all know already, is qualified. So pag qualified ka na, ang titignan na lang nila, well, at least based from my own experience, is the character. How are you in a workplace? How are you as a team? I mean, are you resilient? Would you be enduring the rigorous training? Are you still teachable? Yung mga tatanungin sa iyo for the residency spot, right? Kasi it's a training. So that's important. Interview preparation. For the interview preparation, I guess a successful strategy is practicing with someone na you could talk to, like this. Parang nakikipag-usap ka sa sarili mo. You have to talk to someone that could give you a points na, oh, ang dami mong fillers, itong ganyan, naging tangent ka. So you really have to talk to someone. Practice. And I find it helpful that merong book, I think it's a red book, it's called Match Arrested, I think. It was recommended by my professor, Dr. Loren K. Pastoral. I used that. It helped me a lot. Andun yung mga communication strategies doon, tsaka na pwede mong gamitin. You also have to be mindful of some cultural nuances and some communication skills, such as I know you have to be relaxed, but it's difficult to relax if you know that you're being judged. But I guess as long as you are genuine in your heart, makikita naman yun ng interviewer eh. So you just have to present yourself as is, just be yourself. But it doesn't mean that be yourself is hindi ka na magpe-prepare. No. Be yourself means that be yourself, at the same time be competent and still be aware of what you're presenting yourself. Alam mo yun? You don't want to be presented na parang how would I say, not caring at all by not preparing. Match process. So for the match process, there are three things that I wanted to discuss: the rank order list, the match day, and the soap process. For the rank order list, my strategy at that time is that more of practicality on my part, and that's the most kung ano yung program that would help me or thrive most. So in my case, since I'm married and I have two kids, I needed to find a rank list. Ang ina number one ko is someone that could, alam na natin that someone that you could try, right? But in my case, it's more practicality. Among those who interviewed me, sino yung least amount of gastos that I don't have to move, nearest home, and near my family. That's the most top three in my part. Some people who are single might be easier to match, but for me, I can't. It's so difficult because I have to be within my family. I'm limited to a demographic place. So I'm just so lucky that my top one choice was the one that I got. Yay, Saratoga Hospital. So sila yung top one ko, and I was able to get in because it's very near my home. I don't have to move, less gastos. I don't have to spend for another car because I have to drive here and there. It's just near home. So that's my first strategy. Find a place that you would think you really like, not because you will get matched to it. No, get on that program that you really like. At the end of the day, sana pala nirang ko na para wala kang regret. So whatever you want, number one, just put it there. Match day. So on the match day, in the Monday of that, you will get the result, right? I got that email. Actually, I printed it out here. You will get this kind of email. Yan, congratulations, you have matched. So you know that um you're not eligible for soap process kasi na-match ka eh. So I'm happy. I would say I'm happy and contented, but not too happy, I guess, because I recently just lost my mom, and it's really hard for me to celebrate if the reason where all of these things happen is because of her, right? So it's kind of bittersweet for me, but I'm just so happy that namatch ako. But controlled happiness, that's how I would discuss. And then on the match day, on the Friday, I was given the chance that my sister is supposed to be going to sleep now at that time kasi she's about to work a night shift. My husband at that time is on a lunch break kasi the match results goes out at 12, diba? So I'm only alone at home and my puppy is there. My kid is at the school. So I have to, what I did is that, oh, sabi ko gano'n sa sister ko, alika tayo screen share natin yung ano, yung result. I wanna open it now. So we called each other on Facebook, and then I my I was actually crying. My sister is crying. My husband is very happy. But when I opened the email, it was really surreal kasi I got matched on my number one top program, which is Saratoga Hospital. So process, I cannot discuss about this because I did not go into this. There are some people who are better in discussing this. Yeah, because I didn't go to the much. So process. Reflection and advice. Let me see. Challenges overcame. I think the most challenges that you will hear from people is that people who will say na you cannot do it. Those are the naysayers. Even if nakakainis sila, they're your most important teachers kasi they make you stronger. So the important thing, I guess, is discipline. You should have your time management, and do not do not do not say, if alam mo na hindi sila nakikinig pag sinasabi mo na, oh, kaya ko to, just, you don't have to waste your energy on them. Just keep your mouth shut. If they wanted to listen to you, they will listen. If they don't want to listen to you, then you already knew na they don't want to listen to you. So just stand your ground, number one. Make sure that everything is aligned, or time management is very important. And number three, you also rest meaning, if alam mong pagod ka, matulog ka. If alam mong you you really have to, my God, I'm really stressed right now. If kailangan mo have to do something out of stop studying if you really have to. But you have to move on. You still have to slowly do the process. So, like for example, if I'm very stressful kasi pangit ang scores ko sa Cubang, it's either I water my plants or I play piano or I play with my puppy or I just take a walk. I mean, you really have to get out of there. Just do the things. I even bought this Mendy things. See, I'm not paid for this yet. This Mendy is they said that it increases your prefrontal cortex, so it's actually helping you more retain memory. I don't know if it's true, but I bought it from Switzerland. It did help me relax a bit, to be honest. I didn't use it now since I'm not yet on my dedicated, but during my the most stressful moment, I use it. So you just have to put it in your head, and then there's an app in your phone that you could control the ball. So the more that you can control the ball, it means that I don't know, sabi nila you're increasing your blood flow in the, and they did a study on it. I only saw one study in PubMed. So looking forward, I want to share my experience here because I was able to do it. I always been wanting to share it before. If you could only see my reaction when I had my first attempt, I don't know how to upload it together with this video. But at the same time, even if I wanted to share all my experiences here, I'm not a person who's good at editing videos, who's updating here and there on what's happening on the videos. I mean, I'm not an influencer or something. I just wanted to share my experience and how I did it. That's it. So um I hope that you could also achieve what you wanted in life. But one thing that I learned in this process is that although you're happy at the end, the happiness on preparing for this exam is, I guess, the chasing of it. Once you get there, I'm also happy that I'm already there, but the most happiness that I've experienced is the the idea of failing and then making it again and then passing and then all the steps. That's what makes it more challenging, or make it more, how can I say, happier for me. Key learning. So, what's the valuable lessons during this process is, I think, you should be aware of yourself. You should self-regulate yourself. You should know what you want and don't stop if you already know what you want. Even if people will tell na mahirap yung ginagawa mo. Wala namang madali sa mundo, pero wala namang mawawala sa'yo if you try, right? So just do it. And don't forget that your life is not just about USMLE preparation. There are more other aspects. You're beyond than just USMLE. So always remember that, because some people that I met in this process are too ingrained in the USMLE that forgot that may outside world pala. So you still do what you needed to do, but do not, hindi ka lang USMLE. It doesn't define you at all. Meron ka pa. I'm being defined as a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm a, I don't know. I'm just someone. That's it. You're just not an USMLE preparation. Hindi ka lang dun dapat nakakulong. What else? What would I advise to the future IMG? Probably don't stop. If you know what you wanted, then just do it. Just do it. Conclusion. Conclusion is, I would acknowledge the support at saka the guidance that I received from my family members, from my mentors, from my friends, from my coach, for every people that have helped me go through this way. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to start my residency this June. We'll start in the end of June and then formally in July. And I'm very happy that I was able to secure this spot, and hopefully you kayo rin someday would have this moment. So good luck on your future endeavors, and hopefully thank you for well, going through my live stream. Thanks. Bye bye.